Hey y'all, welcome to the channel. Thank y'all for being here. Sprinkle, sprinkle, everyone. I see a few of y'all already in the live feed. Thank y'all. I see Vanessa, the 4,000 weeks, Eyebright, SheRaSeven. Oh, that's me. And Goddess Wild Red, Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, thank y'all for being the first ones to comment and be here. Also, before more people get in, I need to say thank you for a few gifts that I was sent off my gift list. It's a giant sticker book, The Antiquarian. And thank you. I love all these stickers. I do a lot of writing, and I have a couple of journals and stuff like that I could use these in. So thank you. It's a giant book of stickers. And let me tell you who brought me this. They also bought me another gift, which is a cute little tea diffuser. And she sent me also a beautiful Victorian looking picture frame. Miss Christy Nolan. Thank you, Miss Christy. I appreciate you. So thank you, Miss Christy, for sending me gifts off my wish list, off my gift list from Amazon. I appreciate you. Thank you. It feels illegal to be here this early. Girl, it's not late. Who said that? Oh, Ria. Thank you, Ria. So this is so cool. So see if I can get it out. It's like a vial with a cork in it, and there's little slits in here. So you put your loose tea in there, and then you put it in like a mug or a teacup. And then it also comes with a cute little wooden scoop to scoop your tea, and it fits directly in the little tea vial. So thank you, Miss Christy. I appreciate you. Yay. Thank y'all. I love it when y'all send me gifts from my wish list. Okay. Let me put this book so I don't get distracted. Okay. All right. So today, all y'all in here? Thank y'all for being here. All right. So today we're going to be discussing provider era. Now, I think we've grown out of the dusty era. We've gone to the dust-free era. Now we're moving into the provider era, when a lot of men are finally waking up and understanding that they must be providers, or at least they're pretending to understand that they're supposed to be providers. And the reason why I say that is because I know that there's a lot of guys out there who already know this naturally because it's nature. And some of them may really feel like, they are supposed to be providers because that is a masculine instinct. And some of them are now owning that masculine instinct and redefining their role and rediscovering the masculine role. And I think a lot of it is due to how the women are no longer accepting less than we actually are deserving. Oh, Lucas, Sprinkle, Sprinkle, you watch my content every day. And as a gay teenager, I have helped you greatly on your level up journey. Well, I am so happy that you are on your level up journey and that I'm helping everyone. And I'm happy that I helped you. And thank you for watching. Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Lucas, appreciate that. It's always so nice when someone tells you how you help them. I appreciate that. Anyway, so we're in provider era now. That means we don't deal with dust. Dust is a thing of the past. Anyone still dealing with a dusty chooses that lifestyle purposely, not accidentally anymore, because there's too much information out here. There's too much self-awareness out here. There's too many memes, reels, TikToks out here telling y'all, better, to do better. So it's only up to the individual person themselves whether to choose dust or choose provider. And a lot of people don't realize that, you can't really tell your future, but you can tell the future by the habits that you're choosing or the people that you're allowing in your life. So if you want a successful future or a future that's filled with success and abundance and prosperity, you can't deal with dust. Okay? So that's a huge way to kind of change your future if you're on a path, of dustiness. This goes for men and women. If you're on a path of dustiness, if all your friends are broke or dusty or going nowhere or pygmishas or whatever, it's time to either get alone and focus on your goal or start hanging around people that have goals and have a direction in life so that you can learn and follow in those footsteps. Because a lot of people, they just keep going in a dusty circle. Oh, Nishana, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. So some people call it poverty cycle. Some people call it dusty circle. But you have to get out of it eventually and move on to the next level, which is provider era. This means you don't deal with anybody, you don't date anybody, and you don't even entertain anyone speaking to them if they are not provider material, which means like they don't have to be husband material if you're young and just dating, just getting out there. But they do have to be provider material. And then when you get more serious, then husband material, which includes being a provider. So when you get these things in the right order and when you start, keeping your standards high, the future starts looking better for you and your family and your future generations as a whole. But the worse you choose, the more dust you hang around, the worse your future starts to look and your future generations. Uh-oh, TV effects, sprinkle, sprinkle. Where do you see yourself in 5 years from a business perspective? Richer than I am today. And enjoying it. Okay. Richer than I am today and enjoying it and becoming richer and richer. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's where I see myself. Okay. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. You said what? Okay. So now that we're in the provider era and we also have a lot of guys teaching the same thing, to be a provider, stop complaining, stop, being upset, get your money together, stop chasing women if you don't have money to provide for them. Focus on your career, focus on your, hustle, money, whatever, how you get money. Focus on that, men, instead of focusing on chasing women to make babies you can't afford, just to be a failure in everyone's eyes that you introduce yourself to. Okay. And a lot of people think that's harsh to say, but it's just the truth. It's just the truth. That's all it is. No matter which way you put it, I could put it the nicest way, but you won't hear it. I could put it the evilest way. But this is just the truth way. Stop chasing women and chase money. If you chase money, you never have to chase women. Promise. Because you'll find yourself surrounded by women that are not going to run away from you. Okay? Let's just say that. You don't have to chase too much. You just have to be there and be a provider. Okay? Never chase a man. Exactly. But when you are a provider type, as women will literally surround you. You don't have to look far. They will just be in the area. Okay? Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you learn how to debate and advocate for yourself by watching your videos. Oh, well, that's great. Marjana? Well, I'm glad that I helped you that way too. Yes, we do deserve better, ladies. And for a long time, we have been accepting the worst. And society has reflected that. So let's see, women change society by rejecting or accepting the type of men that we reproduce with and that we entertain. Thank you, Ja. Send me $10. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle, on my Cash App. I really appreciate that. Thank you for this priceless knowledge. Oh. So yeah, we deserve better. And a lot of women are waking up to understand that and not accept anything less. And a lot of these guys that have been getting away with stuff like that too long, being dusty and whatnot, are upset, but they'll get over it. Once they start to find a focus and a way to make more money, they'll get over it. You know, I inspired you to leave your dusty partner. Leveling up now. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Anna, I'm so glad. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Yes. Dust-free era and provider era for you. Okay, thank you, Rose. Dusties and pick-me's keep on sending the cops for you for leveling up. You was recently investigated for not wanting to deal with the dust. I don't know if you're being serious there, but if that's true, I'm so sorry. But the funny thing is, sometimes, you know, that's their way of telling you that you are out of their reach, out of their league, and they're upset about it. And there's nothing they can really do about it. Okay. Okay. Just think of it as a compliment, darling. It should boost your self-esteem a lot. All right. All right. So that's a self-esteem booster, man. What are you talking about? Okay. So provider era also, yes, also generous, because providing the bare minimum, you know, that's good. That's a good start, but you got to keep doing more, because the bare minimum is eventually going to turn into, I need this also, and I need that also. So you want to be a generous provider if you're a man. So you need to have more than enough and not barely scrape by, because a lot of men will try to be a provider, but they can't afford to be a provider for a long period of time, or their income doesn't increase enough, or they don't want to spend the money that they're, you know, supposed to be spending. So that's why sometimes I have to tell y'all ladies to get more than one, because sometimes mentally men can't get it through their mind that they have to provide more than just the bare minimum. And when they don't realize, when that's not clicking, maybe it's how they grew up, maybe it's how they were raised, maybe it's how they feel about you, or whatever it is, just remember, that's not your concern. Your concern is to get what you want and get what you need. So like I always tell you ladies, if they don't do something for you, another one will. Okay? Always have a couple of them, 3, a few, a couple, whatever, because you can't get upset at one when the other one is doing more. And when the other one decides to come around and be more generous, because you're not being emotionally, you know, upset because you could get it from somewhere else, they're literally going to see you spending less time and less attention on them, and they're just going to go ahead and do what you need them to do. Because a lot of times people don't respond to you unless you stop responding to them. You said, what about karma? Don't believe in it. I'm not Hindu. I'm not Buddhist. I'm not whatever religion that karma comes from. So don't believe in anything that I'm not part of that religion. Sprinkle, sprinkle. There. So y'all always ask me that all the time. But I don't believe in control mechanisms unless I create them and make them up to benefit me in some way. And then I really still don't believe them because I created them. So just create whatever you need to work for you. You know what I'm saying? All right. You said breakup advice, it hurts. Well, if you see someone else, or if you start dating someone else before you break up, or right after you break up, it eases the hurt. So start dating. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if your dust found out about your provider and he cut him off? What? Yeah, you're answering your own question or somebody else's question. Yeah, be smarter. Don't get caught. Okay. Love Survivor number 1 says, oh, thanks for being a member for 38 8 months. Wow. Thank you. You give the best advice. How do I divorce my husband without him knowing? I don't want him to come to court. I will gain more from the default judge. Well, it involves dressing up like a man, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Serve him papers at a certain address. Answer the door at that address when they come knocking on the door, and be dressed as a man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It You've been served. Ashley, sprinkle, sprinkle. Miss Sheila, former Pygmisha here, waiting for your Sprinkle Sprinkle book to be delivered today. Oh, thank you for getting my book. Thank you for enchanting us with all of your beauty, wisdom, and knowledge. Sprinkle, sprinkle. P.S. You're saving lives. Okay, thank you, Ashley. Thank you for getting my book, and thank you for the generous donation. Thank you, Jazzy, for being a new member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Anyway, how do I tell a man I feel like he can't provide the lifestyle I deserve in a nice way? A lot of people try to disguise that question by asking where they see themselves in this many years or that many years. And, you could maybe say 1 year from now or 2 years from now to see where they are thinking that they're going to be successfully. And then you say, well, my plans are much, much bigger than that. And I don't think that, I'm going to be truly happy or satisfied in our relationship if yours aren't similar. That means he's too slow and he ain't getting the type of income that he needs to be getting in order to stay in that relationship with you. So you just need to say it in a nice way, but also in a serious way. So he knows that you're not playing and that he'll either take action to earn more money or step aside and let you go and do whatever you got to do. Okay, Shaq, you got in a fight. I said he had a small pee and he said, I have small boobs. I lost weight, so that's why I feel down. Girl, they have so many bras with padding in it and silicone boobs. You can go get boobs anytime you want. They even have surgery for that. But either way, his pee gonna stay small. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He's trying to text all the time. I prefer to call briefly and go on dates. I don't make an exception. So what should I do to encourage him to pursue? What? Okay, Alyssa says he's trying to text all the time. Okay, some people do not like calls. I don't like calls either. Okay, I'm just being honest with you. I can't stand being on the phone with people. I prefer texting too. That's just some people. You have to understand that now, in the age of technology. You want to make an exception. So what should I do to encourage him to pursue? Ask questions, request things. Just keep texting back and forth. And, if he's not asking you out on dates, within a couple of texts, then go date someone else until he comes around to it. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit there and wait. We don't sit there and wait anymore. We have options. And even though you want him to be one of your options, when he's not, remember you still have options. Okay. So it doesn't matter when he comes around, when he asks you on a date. It matters that you have other options, so you're not sitting there waiting on him. And when he finally decides to come around, then you have another date. Okay, so we're not waiting on them. They're not the one. They're just one. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Remember, they have to think that you're the one. You're the prize, man. They're just one of the many. Sprinkle, sprinkle. We said, what if you're not sexually attracted to your provider and he wants to be intimate? Well, you can string them along as you can and find an excuse to why you're not going to be able to be intimate, or find an excuse to have some space until you decide what you really want to do or whatever. But either way, Either you're in it or you're not. Either you'll give it up eventually or you're not. So if you never want to give it up, string it along as long as you can, get as much as you can out of it, and then, you know, let it go gradually or ghost a little bit and go start on another one. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, TWN, for being a new member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I hope I couldn't read the whole name now. Should you marry a half dusty for citizenship? If you need to, you need to have a plan before you do that, ma'am. That means you need to have a backup sugar daddy already before you get here. All right. If you're going to marry a half dusty, you need to get in contact with a man that has money before you even get here, before you even get a citizenship. If you're already here, then you need to have a sugar daddy as well. That way, if you don't want to work, you don't have to work. If that dusty is not giving you what you need, and you don't, you don't want to be living the way that you don't want to live, you have another one on the side. You know what I'm saying? So you need to have two. Yeah, you can marry a dusty, but as long as you got a rich sugar daddy on the side, you will be good. So have two, ma'am. If you're gonna marry one who's dusty, make sure you got one on the side. Okay. So how to keep 4 to 5 men without them knowing what wants my attention constantly? Well, then you need all of their money constantly. Okay. The more attention they want, the more it's going to cost them. So start coming up with scenarios that you need a lot of money once they start asking you to spend more time and get attention from them. So start talking about what you need from them. And if they're not ready to give on that level, they'll probably bother you a little bit less. And also, don't deal with people that live on the same side of town as you. And put those people's names, don't save the numbers or save them under something else or women's names or something. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Should we contribute towards date only if you ugly and desperate and your name is Pick Misha or Barbara the Builder? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Only if you accept the title of Pick Misha, Barbara the Builder, ugly and Bonetta, and desperate. Only if those words describe you. Yes, you should pay. If not, no, you shouldn't pay. Provider era. Unless you are the provider and you looking for a man to take care of, I don't suggest paying for anyone, ma'am. Not on no dates, okay? Especially if they asked you out. Now, if you're out there chasing behind men, asking them out, texting them 20 times a day, then they probably do expect you to pay. And they're probably going to use you. And, they probably already know that you're very easy because you're that desperate. So never pay. Make them work for it, man. Make them work for it. I'm not saying that's you, but I'm saying make them work for it. Met your sugar daddy at Starbucks on rich side of town 2 weeks after listening to you. He just bought me a Benz after 1 month knowing him. Thank you so much. Uh-oh. Keisha, sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, girl, thank you for the nice tip. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Have fun driving your Benz. Yes. Hanging out on the rich side of town, man. See? She made it work. What day did you meet him on? Like, if you don't mind me asking, what time of the day was it? So the other ladies can get some, some help. Start over with a new guy if you messed up, man. All right. I think there are providers everywhere depending on the woman and knowing her self-worth. Okay. How can I be a sprinkle sprinkle girl with my family is strict? If you're over 18, do what you want, ma'am. You're a grown woman. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, okay. How should I ask him to Uber me to the date? Should he be, if he likes you a lot, he won't mind. If he's like hesitant about it, he don't like you that much. If you met him online, ma'am, I don't know what to tell you. Um, I don't suggest meeting men online and not having a car to meet up with people that you don't haven't met up with before. You know what I'm saying? I suggest you telling them that you don't have a car and see if they suggest an Uber. You said your ego is hurt. He moved on and bought her a car and jewelry. Well, where's your man, ma'am? Why haven't you moved on? Why haven't you gone to get you a sugar daddy? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would have beat him. Just, just go get a richer one that's gonna buy you a nicer car. All right. They might not look good, but your car will. Okay. Girl, that's a good way to compete. Go compete and get you a richer one that's gonna buy you what you want. And stop seeing it from that perspective and see it as a challenge to go get one with more money. How can you make Dusty stop approaching us? By looking like you will not deal with them no matter what. By not being where they are or trying to be where they are not. Okay? Don't make eye contact. Don't look at them. Wear sunglasses. Do something. Okay. Just get some dusty blockers. Exactly. Let's get you some sunglasses, ma'am, and walk fast and always pretend to be on your phone. All right. And y'all keep asking me what happens if you mess up. Get another one. Start over. If they like you, they'll come find you. Even if you messed up, if they really like you, they'll still chase you. If not, go get another one. I don't know why y'all waste time. See, and that's another thing in provider era. Provider era means either they're going to provide or they are not. If they're generous, they most likely will. If you have to go through all the motions and doing all this stuff, you're literally working harder than you should if you found a real provider and a generous provider. So if it's not working out for you, if you messed up, if things aren't going well, just say goodbye and go on to the next one, or just let it fizzle and move on to the next one. If they find that they miss you and they want you back and they want to chase you and give you more money, great. But don't sit there and wait on a man, man. Pregnant 2 months and your boyfriend said I could live with him in 2 months, and now he said to wait 6 months. He'd live alone and owns his home and is financially stable. Why is the prolonging? Girl, he want to get all. Never mind. Before you and him become a family, he wants to get all his dirt done. I'm just gonna tell you that as a woman. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You think about it. You know the answer. You want to get all his dirt done before the baby come, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said he trying to hide stuff, or he trying to have all the fun he can before you take it away. So before he got to share his house with 2 other people, he's trying to have all the fun he can have after. Until you give birth. I would just move in anyway. He ain't got no choice. I would pretend I misunderstood and be sitting at the door pregnant with boxes. What are you gonna do? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I hope he's not dusty, and I hope he pay bills. How to break the talking stage with someone and move to the next level. Okay. What's the next level, man? Because, like, unless you're in high school, y'all shouldn't be calling talking phase. Okay. That's a waste of time. Like, y'all got to be specific. What's the next level? Like, intimacy, money, bills, provider. If you're talking to them, you should be talking about some bills. You should be talking about some gifts. You should be talking about those type of things. It's also throwing some stuff you're interested in so you can lure him in, but also still, you should be talking about other stuff like benefits, money, gifts, dates. You usually spend the summer traveling with Sugar Daddy. How to get him to pay for a separate solo trip that I want to take without him coming along. Um, Lie and say you have a funeral to go to somewhere and you have to be with family. So if he don't mind paying for the ticket, just lie. Fake funeral. Thank you, Anna. Our facial piercings, nose broke, dust bait. If that's not in your culture, I think it is. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I mean, no offense, but like usually you only see younger people doing that unless it's their culture. You never see an old classy or an older classy woman doing those things. I think it's like a phase that most people outgrow when they get serious about getting a provider and doing certain things. So I say if you're young, you're going to do stupid stuff. But when you get to a certain age, if that's not part of your culture, then take it out, man. If you're looking for a certain type of man, okay, take it out. Like, for example, if you are looking for a corporate business owner, CEO, president, Ivy League type man that owns businesses and standing on business, he's not going to be attracted to a nose ring unless you're the side piece or the mistress. So take it out. Why would you take your looks down on that level if you don't have to? If you can class yourself up, why don't you do that instead? You know? And this is another part about, finding providers. You can find a provider with a ring in your nose or not. But what I'm saying is, what type of provider are you trying to attract? Is it going to be a long term or short term? A side, is this like a mistress thing? Do you want to have husband? What? So you can disagree, but like I know for where I live, I mean, I don't live the same places that y'all live. And I live in the suburbs. I live in like the South. I live in Texas. So I don't need all that extra stuff. Like we could just do sequins and bling if we want to stand out. You know what I'm saying? So I'm more in a conservative state where most of the men around here are conservative. So I'm not going to wear certain things that's not going to attract conservative money. Get it? But you can wear it if you want because you can always take it out. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I would just get a fake one if you just want the aesthetic. Just get a fake one and then take it out when you go out freestyling. They make fake nose rings these days, man. You said you want to settle down. You're afraid to settle down at 26. Any advice? Um, I really don't. I wouldn't call it settling down. I would calling it maybe finding a provider so that you can do what you want. And so you could start to literally enjoy life without having to go punch in a clock. He said, God is raw where it said, Southern bells are different. Yes. He said, you're afraid to be broke. Exactly. Don't be broke, ma'am. Quinetta, you asked me this question already. Only if you ugly and your man look better than you and your name is Pick Misha, Barbara the Builder, or are you a very desperate woman? Why would you pay for a grown man? Why would you pay for a grown, able-bodied man? I don't understand. Okay. Unless you're a lesbian and you're taking out another woman, you know, depends on who's the masculine lesbian in the relationship, I guess, and who earns the most money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said you just told her that, Katie? Okay. What if you meet an old man on a date nap? Get off the date nap and go meet old men in real life, ma'am. Try to meet them organically in real life. I promise you it's way better. Things move along faster as far as getting money and dating and things like that. Gifts and all that kind of stuff. It moves faster when you meet in person. Stop meeting these dudes online. Oh, Lux, sprinkle, sprinkle. You asked this older man for money and he called me a trick. Well, on to the next. If he ain't got it, he can't trick. He doesn't have it, man. Just because they older don't mean they got money. You got to find an older one with money. Who's generous. What can I get? Okay, what can I get a younger guy to spend money on? I'm young. Okay. Dates, cheap clothes, Temu carts. Okay, Forever 21 shopping sprees. Stuff like that. Okay. That's what you can get a young guy to spend on if you young and he young. You said only Dusty's use the word trick. Exactly. They're the uncultured swine. So provider era, ladies, don't ask me no dusty questions. You see that we're not dealing with dust no more. And if y'all are still dealing with dust, y'all are in a past era. Because we're moving forward, y'all. We're moving forward. If y'all are still dealing with dust, y'all are living in the year of yesteryear. Because ladies are no longer purposely dealing with dust. They're not waking up in the morning and saying, I want me a dusty, broke man that I can take care of. No, they're no longer saying that. Now they're saying, I need a provider. I need a generous provider. I need a man. I need somebody that's going to give me money. I need someone to treat me like I deserve. They're saying that now. They're not saying, I want to find true love, no matter how broke they are. At least we have each other. No women are saying that anymore. So we're now in provider era. And since we're in provider era, we can't regress. Okay. Once you have tasted a certain lifestyle, you can never go backwards. This is why it's so important for ladies to stop dealing with dust and to only deal with providers. Because once they deal with their first provider, they ain't ever going back to the dust. They're never going back to dust. They will start to see dusties as, now this is mean to say, but they're going to start to see dusties as less mentally capable. Because they haven't figured out how to, do certain things in order to be providers as men. They can't get their stuff together. They can't get their stuff in order. So you're going to start to see them as mentally less than you. Okay. Hi, Shira. I moved to Los Angeles and the men are cheap and expect in exchange for dinner, what? I'm not dealing with nobody that's cheap. Look, this is provider era. Thank you, Alicia. But we dismiss anyone who's not a provider. And anybody who expects something in return, that's not providing, that's trade. Men's ego are out of control. Well, go to the outskirts, get out of LA, go somewhere where the men still have some type of common sense and want to be a provider. I'm not saying all men are going to be cheap, but maybe change the type of man you're looking for. Maybe find one that look a little older and you actually have a chance of getting their money. Look for those types, okay? We're not dealing with anybody that's in that mindset anymore. Either they're a provider or they can step. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, she Shack. Oh, and thank you so much, Alicia, for the sprinkle, sprinkle. She Shack says, I feel like he's really insecure and he tries to make me feel insecure myself. Thank you, She Shack, sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, it doesn't matter because if you're not insecure, it's never going to work. Okay. They can talk till they're blue in the face. But if you don't feel insecure, then you will never feel insecure. So they're just going to be wasting their breath. Okay. As long as they're giving you money and paying them bills, who cares what they're talking about? What do you think about a man who out of all of a sudden asks for half the rent? I think that they're your roommate. That's what I think. And I think you should go ask your man to get you your own place or to pay the whole rent or your half of the rent. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It doesn't have to be that man. So let me talk about this for a second. Provider era also means not wasting time on the phone with Dusties in talking phases. Because I see a lot of y'all, I don't know how young y'all are. If y'all are over the age of 18 and y'all don't have transportation, y'all are in college or something, and that's all you can do is talk, great. But if you're 21 and up and you got a life and you're in the talking phase to somebody, you're in the wasting time phase and you should be dating several. Okay? Going places, having money spent on you, receiving gifts. Okay? Because I'm not even gonna mention anybody I'm talking to, because you can talk to people that send you junk email. You can talk to all those people who send you advertisements. Okay, y'all are talking for months and months too because they keep emailing you or they keep doing all the same things. Okay, they keep giving you morning texts too. They're talking about there's a sale at whatever store you shop at. Okay, so y'all need to stop feeling like y'all are in a relationship when zero money has been spent, zero gifts have been given, and you have not been on any types of dates or have any type of title. They don't count. They're a waste of time. So get your money, man, and start dating for real in real life. Okay? Or be dating at the same time as you're talking to this person that's wasting your time. Okay. You just try to be kind because I've been sensitive, low self-esteem to try to deliver the message kindly but honestly. You know what? If you want to be a kind, honest, sensitive woman, then wait till you have children and use that on them. You can't do that with no man. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wait till you have a baby. That's what that's for, man. You gonna sit out here and try to baby every man so they can take advantage of you? No, ma'am. That's for your children. The divine God is sprinkle, sprinkle. It's 10 p.m. here. Is it too late to go out? They all asleep. Girl, they all sleep in their pajamas. Lord took all their medications. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said, go out in the morning. Yes, go to brunch or go to golf, girl. Yeah, they all in the bed, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Yeah, all y'all too nice, overly sensitive ladies, that's why y'all get walked over. Don't do it. Be about your money, be about your standards. Save the niceness and sensitivity for them children. All right. So get your self-esteem together before you date. Exactly. Why are y'all thank you, Katie, but why are women going out with low self-esteem trying to date? That makes no sense. That means you're looking for outside validation to complete the person that you're already supposed to be in order to get the bag and to get the provider. You can't get no provider if you don't have self-esteem, self-confidence enough to know that you deserve it. Okay? You're just, wasting time. Oh, Bentley B, sprinkle, sprinkle. It's been 3 months and I get My check paid, haven't found a provider, please advise. Okay, you got to go out during the daytime, you got to go out during weekdays. Earlier the better. Breakfast places, run your errands on the rich side of town, get your services done on the rich side of town, all of those things. Get your car washed on the rich side of town, get all your car services done on the rich side of town, do everything on the side of town where everybody has money, and then do it early on weekdays when everyone's supposed to be at work. All the rich people will be out and about running their errands because they don't have to clock in anywhere. And if they do, it's not no 9 to 5, and they probably own their own business or work from home or something like that. So you need to be on the rich side of town hanging out. And I say this on every video, and you have to do it several times a week, not just once a week. You got to do it every day. So make a plan. Maybe if you have a long lunch, or you can say you have some doctor's or dentist appointments that you have to go 2-3 days in a row, and find you a fake note online or something. But you got to get out there. It's a numbers game, and you got to be consistent with it. You got to be serious about it. Just like y'all serious about clocking in and making a certain amount of money and building up someone else's company, you got to be serious about yourself and getting a provider. Okay? And once you get that provider and they start giving you money, buying you cars, letting you not, have to work, you can start your own business with the money that they're giving you, So it's worth it. It's literally worth it in the long run if you find a provider. You say you bought your own car and Dusty tried to hop in and tell me what to do, and now I'm starting to take your advice. Girl, if a Dusty ever hopped in my car and tried to tell me what to do, he would be on the news missing. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Elva, I hope you let him out on the side of the road where he belongs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Andrea. She sent me Cash App. Appreciate you for taking the time to repeat yourself to us women. Oh, thank you. She said he for the streets. Exactly. And this is a false sense of masculinity when a Dusty tries to take control in an environment which he's not paying for. It's almost comical. Like, I can't even believe you didn't, record that to play back on a reel or a TikTok or something so we could all laugh. I can't even believe you missed that opportunity, because when a Dusty starts feeling masculine with no masculine money, it's literally that funny. Okay, when a Dusty man start to try to tell you what to do and he don't got nothing in his pockets but dust, it's comical. Okay. Like, I'm sorry, I can't hear nothing. You broke. I'm sorry, I can't hear anything because you're broke. You don't tell nobody what to do. You don't call shots, sir. You're broke. You call 0 shots. Goodbye. This ain't jail. This ain't prison. You don't call no shots in here when you broke. You don't call no shots over here at broke. I'm so sorry. My name is not Pygmeisha, Barbara the Builder. None of that. And y'all can't, okay, I don't know, some of y'all younger ladies, y'all cannot let a Dusty man talk to you in that manner. Unless that's the last time y'all ever speak again and you just ghost him and never, ever talk to him again. Because when a Dusty gets a sense of some type of authority with no money in his pocket, it's dangerous. Okay? And whenever a woman allows a Dusty broke man to tell her anything and tell her what to do, she's becoming stupider and stupider each day. That's the truth. Y'all ever seen a Dusty man telling his Pygmeisha what to do and she go and do it like an idiot? Then you start to say, are these people serious? Are they really that stupid? Must be something in their water. And then you really start thinking about it. Is it something in their water? It could be. You got to start drinking some type of purified water, because if y'all listening to broke Dusty's, it's got to be something. Okay. You say he's spoiling you with luxury items, and no, he's attached and texting me. Now he's attached and texting you 24/7. What can I do? Girl, get some more luxury items, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Start you a Poshmark store. Sell that stuff on the reel. Get you some money, flip the money. I mean, flip the luxury items. Start a business. And keep getting them, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Keep getting that money. Keep getting them luxury items. Why stop a good thing? Every time he texts you, talk about, oh, I've seen this new piece of luxury item that I want, or whatever. Let's see what he's talking about. Should we carry a bill in our purse at all times to hand to a Dusty to repel it? If that's what, yeah, Dusty repellent. Where to find rich or stable men off dating apps? Off the dating app, in real life. Sprinkle, sprinkle. On the rich side of town during the daytime. Okay, Natalia, thank you for sending me a Cash App. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate that. You said you posted a question in the chat. Okay, I'm trying to look for it, ma'am. You have to repeat it. Okay. You said you decided to take a year off dating to focus on yourself. That's good. You know what? Back in the old days, like, we never had to do any of that stuff because we didn't plan anything. We just looked good, went out, and had a mission. You know what I'm saying? And the mission was to find a provider or somebody that was going to pay for stuff. And we would be getting ourselves together at the same time. We wouldn't skip no beats, ma'am. Okay. What do I think about a man with money, but he lives 5 hours away? I think you can date several men with money who live closer and date him at the same time if he's willing to travel to you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He said he wanted to marry you, but had to talk to you in 2 days. Well, that's called being a liar. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's called being a liar and trying to get closer to you. It's called love bombing. Okay, Natalia, you said you can't get super chat to work. Okay, sorry, but thank you, girl. I appreciate it. I don't see a question you said, but there's too many people in the comments. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Your boyfriend spoils, gives trip shopping money, but he says his friends, sisters, wives like him and want to date him. How to react? Just keep getting your money, man. Who cares? That's not your problem. That's his problem. Your goal is to get the money, the gifts, and all that kind of stuff. And how many men like you and want to date you? That's the question you need to be asking. Okay. How many men want to date you? How many men are, chasing after you while you're getting gifts from him? What it sounds like is that he's trying to put all the focus on him, make you emotionally attached to him, make you a little jealous when it should be the opposite. Okay. Then focus on those many men who are chasing after you and wanting to buy you gifts too. Remember, he's just one of the many. Don't treat him special unless he starts treating you the way you feel like you deserve to be treated, And that's not by talking about other women. Okay. Provider era. You have options. You have several providers to choose from. And that's the beauty about living in provider era, is that when you start attracting providers, you start attracting more than one, and you have options of providers instead of having to avoid dust, having options of dusties. Now all your options are providers. So you can pick and choose and be, you know, a little bit more confident in, you know, whoever you end up with, whoever you choose, or however many you choose to date at the same time, or if you just choose to date one, you already know they're going to be a provider. So provider era is just saying you're no longer asking about dusties. You're no longer trying to make a man not a dusty. You're just not going to deal with them if they are a dusty. You're just going to separate yourself from dust and move into a provider era, or a dust-free era first, because you got to move into dust-free era. And then provider era comes right after that. But you got to get rid of the dust. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You make more than your man, but he has a provider mindset and will give me his less. Well, I hope you have another man on the side that will give you everything that you want and need, and not his last. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Wise words from me. Just because he'll give you his last, don't mean that's going to be enough. Always have a backup plan. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Get some dusty blocker sunglasses for the summer, ladies. Yes. Joshua. And you can't, like, don't have regrets if you've messed up. Just move on to the next one and do better. Okay? Don't beat yourself up for making dumb mistakes. That's why it's easy to just move on and get another one. Okay? Just keep moving on. And, you know, you're going to eventually learn and not mess up. And then when you get all the practice you need and all the lessons you need, and you finally come upon a provider that is going, you know, do what you need them to do, it's going to work out. You just don't worry about whether you messed up or not. Okay? That was your practice. Okay? That was your practice. Next one, do better. He said, it's not cheating, it's experimenting. So honestly, do you see yourself ending up with that person and being 100% satisfied for the rest of your life? Or do you feel like you want to experience more or whatever? It's up to you. Like, I'm not telling y'all what to do. I'm just saying it's better to not have any of those type of regrets later on. If you're going to take care of someone, then I become a provider, and I would go after a real woman, not a man that wants to be a submissive woman. It's nasty, and the men are stingy. Okay. Well, you got to find one that's generous. Natalia, I can't. Every time I see your message, it says I give up, or I just try. I can't do this. Just keep writing the same and copy paste, man. You know how to spam? You see how these people be spamming? Just do that since you paid. I'll allow it once. Copy paste, copy paste. Okay, maybe do it in caps so I can see it. But you're the only one since you paid and gave me cash app. Okay. And I don't mean to put your man down that says that he'll give you his last, because that's a nice thing. But what if his last is not enough? You know, it's sometimes it's a nice gesture, but it's not really a flex in provider era. If it's his last and he gave it to you, where he gonna get more from? Is he able to make more? So, you know, that's all. And I know it's just a saying, but he should be able to figure out how to get more streams of income. You said maybe it's too long, perhaps. Break it up into a couple of sentences. Just like ask it in a real quick, simple way. Anyway. You met an older guy and he knows that all I date is older men. Should I expect that he knows that he has to provide, or should I lead with that? Just when you mentioned that, like, you dated older men, it's like, oh, they always wanted to provide for me and do all these things for me. And I got so used to that. Let's see if he catches on. Okay. You said you've gone on 6 dates on the rich side of town. Okay, I didn't. You went on dates on the rich side of town? No, yes, you're supposed to meet the men over there, not meet up with them, but meet them because they are from that area. I don't know if that's what you thought I was talking about. Um, okay, so they have to like you enough to want to ask you out on a date after they meet you, and then start pursuing you and courting you. Okay. So you're going to bars. You need to go to run your errands. You need to go to different types of places in the daytime, in the morning, in the early afternoons, not to no bars. So you need to go grocery shopping. You need to go get, you know, all your errands done on the nice side of town where people are running errands. Go get your car serviced over there. Go to the bookstore over there, go to the mall over there, go eat lunch over there and sit you can sit at a bar at lunch, but then at the same time, you need to be walking around, shopping, running your errands and stuff like that. Not just going to the bar, because most people that are, financially stable, have money, they're not out there drinking in the daytime. They're taking care of business, running their errands while all the other people are at work. Okay. So get out there during the daytime and stay out of the bars and things like that. Now, I mean, you can go to happy hour if you're next to like a really nice office building. And, a lot of those types of guys are probably married and don't, want to take it to that next level. Some of them might. But what you have to do is keep going and be consistent, and you know, don't look very desperate. Just look like you're there enjoying yourself. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said Dusty's always get blocked out, friend zoned. Mhm. Yeah. Well, if you're meeting people at a bar, the bars aren't open in the early morning, or they open about what, noon? So try to go run errands versus bars. Okay. Just if they all took you out. Okay. Well, keep trying. It's a numbers game. You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going. Just keep going. And one day you're gonna find one that wants to take it to the next level. Okay. But you gotta keep going. It's good that you meet them. It's good that they take you out. It's good that you're at least on that level. Now see if there's a pattern that not making them want to do more, or figure out how to get something out of them. Experiment, because I don't know what type of guys these are. I don't know how old they are. It's different with different people. If they're running errands over there, that's how you know they live there. You got to go, like I said, running errands, having services done, and things like that are the best way to meet people that live in that area. Dating in Europe is tense, right wing climate move, I guess, or date foreigners. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What are your thoughts on women wanting to be polyamorous and having multiple providers. I don't even word it like that. I just say have more than one and get your money, because men have been doing it for years. They've been having more than one, side chicks, work wives, etc., etc. I mean, y'all can label it what you want to, but I call it the backup plan. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Now, if you're talking about at the same time that all live with each other and things like that, well, I don't know what y'all gonna have to be super rich, because I ain't getting ready to live in that type of environment if it's broke. Nope. All right. How to know if the man that's you just meet is a provider or not? If he's spending money on you, trying to buy you gifts, asking you if you need something, etc., etc. It won't take him long to reveal that he's a provider, because he's going to try to impress you, buy you a gift, make it known that he's serious about you in that manner. Okay. You say how to go from dates to provider. Well, it depends on the age of the man and how good you look and how bad he wants you in his life. So, if the age or the look of the man, if you're way more attractive than he is, and he thinks he's just hit the jackpot and found the best thing ever, then he's going to want to provide to keep you. You see? But if he looks like average, and still thinks he's all that and da da da, it's going to be harder to get money out of him. So you have to be the better looking one. He has to be probably a bit older and less attractive, with less options than you. Okay. You said men here don't want to do nothing, then date foreigners. Just like people aren't dating Dusties anymore. Well, make it like some people date foreigners who are more, who are more culturally, you know, providers. You said, what if he gives you money, asks if you need anything, but lives with his parents? Um, is his name on the deed? Also, is he inheriting their stuff? And also, do you have another one who don't live with his parents who also gives you money? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Remember, provider era. Provider means, in my opinion, that giving money is not providing. Giving money is not providing. Let me repeat that. If I hand you $20, I'm not a provider. Okay? If I say, give me all your bills, let me take care of those. And do you need any money for anything else? That's a provider. So y'all have to understand what provider means. It doesn't mean somebody giving you a little change here and there. It means they taking care of your needs and your wants. If you can only find someone to take care of your needs, then you got to also find someone to take care of them wants. Unless you can find one that can do both. That's what you got to do. So yes, provider. Some of these questions show y'all lack basic common sense, etc. So if you know your value as a woman and you only date providers, there is no transaction. That's just your basic standards. I do not deal with men who cannot provide. Therefore, there is no transaction. That's just who I am and what I expect. And if you can't deal with it, step. Let someone else handle it. So when you, as a man or a woman, automatically think it's a transaction, if a woman is dating a provider, then that means you don't know the value of a woman and that they don't have to have any type of transaction. If they're worth dealing with, there's no transaction. Okay. When do you think is the best age for us women to date? You're 19. When I, well, in America, I don't know if do you live in America, man? Most people start dating at 16, like in high school. But for real, in real life, dating for money, dating for providers, when, whenever you ready to date someone old enough who can afford to be a provider at your age, I don't think other 19-year-olds are going to be full providers. Okay. Providers are for women who are serious about themselves, who know their value, and aren't going to compromise. There you go. And when people, especially women or men, anybody, when people try to tell you, oh, you can't get that for free. Oh, yes, I can. Oh, well, they're always going to want something. Men always want something. It doesn't mean that they get it. Okay. Well, how do you not sleep with them? By saying no. It's just that simple. You'll be amazed at how many men are paying and providing for women that they haven't even slept with. And you'd be amazed how many men, those same men, are running to pick Misha and sleeping with them for free while they run back to the other woman and provide that they can't sleep with. That's why I tell y'all ladies, sometimes if you're not sleeping with that man who's providing for you, don't think that, he's supposed to not stop sleeping with women, period. That's what Pick Misha and Barbara the Builder are for, or them desperate chicks out there that don't know their value. That's what they're going to go sleep with for free. Meanwhile, the next day, he's taking out money from the ATM, or he's cash apping you or zelling you or paying your bills while he just laid in the bed with someone else for free. So just because you're not getting anything in exchange as a man doesn't mean you can't go sleep with another chick. Just like that doesn't mean that we can't go talk to another man and get money from another man. So what I'm saying is, if a man is dating you and he's a provider and you don't want to sleep with him and he really likes you and he's going to play the long game and provide for you and go sleep with Pick Misha on the side where he don't have to do nothing for, that's probably what he's going to go do. So that's how, man, because he has Pick Misha on speed dial to go get it for free. That's why some of these ladies, and I don't mean to touch a nerve, but another person commented earlier in the video how her man just left her and went and bought the next woman a car and gave her money or something. I can't remember the whole comment. But when you don't demand it and when you don't have standards from the start, that's what happens. Okay? So that's why it's important to keep your standards from the beginning. Don't bend them for anyone. If they can't meet them, they're not the one. Period. Goodbye. Move along. Okay? You said that's cheating. Why would you want a cheater? Well, you know what? I don't know how old you are, but when you get a little bit older, when you get about my age, you're gonna laugh at that type of comment, because think about this. Let's say 3 decades. Let's say 30 years. You think you're gonna make someone? You think you're gonna find someone that's going to be 100% perfect for 30 years in a row, straight forever? You think that you're gonna know everything that your boyfriend or your man does when you're not with them? So it's kind of a loaded question. You mean it's only cheating if you know about it? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Let's just say it like that. Because most of these ladies who think that they have faithful men, they only think it. All right. As long as you don't know any better, as long as you don't find out, as long as he doesn't get caught, you're fine with him. Right. So When this is why women act so emotional when they find out their man cheated, because they didn't think, oh, not me, not little old me. Well, why didn't you just break up with me if you wanted to cheat? Then it wouldn't be cheating. Then it wouldn't be fun. Then it wouldn't be forbidden. Then it's not anything to get away with. Then you're not having your cake and eating it too. Why do you think people cheat? Okay. Y'all think they cheat because y'all think, okay, well, I want to sleep with that woman, so let me break up with my girlfriend for 3 years so I can sleep with one woman over there. That makes no sense. They gon' if you're not gonna find out, they gonna do it. Just like if a woman wants to go on a date or go out of town with a man who's gonna take her shopping and buy her new car or put a down payment on a car, and whoever she's with ain't gonna find out, they probably gonna do it. Okay, y'all need to grow up and look from the adult perspective in the real world. It's opportunity, and people are going to take opportunities when they are presented. If they don't think you're going to find out, they really will. And if you believe that they won't, then keep believing it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. But until then, don't be so naive. Just understand the real world. It's not fair. So why would you play fair? Okay. If the world is not fair, don't play fair. Period. You pray that your passport bros save up enough to leave. What? Y'all are silly. Provider invited him without asking to my house. What? Provider invited him without asking to my house. Okay, I don't know what that means, but how to get a provider without asking to to your house? Tell him you live with family. You can't come over. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Oh, invited himself. Well, then don't answer the door, man. Just because somebody invited himself and not don't mean that anybody gonna answer. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, shoot. All right. So we're in the provider era, ladies. We're not dealing with no dust no more. If it's too much of a waste of time, you're on to the next one. Stop being so emotional with people. Stop saying, do I block him? Do I do this? Do I do that? No, you just leave him hanging and ghost him until he's ready to give you some money. Okay. Why block money when it could come later? When you could just move on and deal with the next person that's, trying to be providing for you. Okay. Stop thinking your actions are going to make someone feel some sort of way. The less you react, the more some sort of way that they feel. Okay. So getting emotionally upset and blocking someone shows that you are upset and mad and angry and emotionally involved with them. If you do nothing and ignore, you're not going to even, they're going to feel like they weren't even important to you in the beginning. Thank you, Mia. You're going to tell him, I thought he was joking. Okay. That's a good one. I thought you were joking. Shoot. Thank you, Natalie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thanks for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Okay. What color are most of men attracted to? Well, it all depends on what type of men that they are, but I think they like red, but I wouldn't wear red all the time. Maybe just a pop of red, maybe a red lip, a red nail. And maybe if you're going to like, some type of event and you want to stand out, definitely do red. Okay. The 100% realist, Mommy Goose Tarot Ministries, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you for the super sticker. Appreciate that. Why do y'all keep asking dumb questions? What if you're not attracted to him, but he provides? What if you don't want to provide, but you attracted to him, but he's attracted to you? He gonna provide. You're gonna become attracted the more stuff he buys for you. When y'all at that car dealership, you're gonna be starting to think he's cute when another girl start eyeballing him, right? Think about it. Y'all at the car dealership, you think he ugly, right? As soon as he say, "Why don't you test drive it?" I might put the down payment on. He gonna start looking extra good, especially when that chick over there start eyeballing him and smiling. He ain't gonna be ugly then. I bet you gonna want to hold his hand then. I bet you gonna want to give him a hug and kiss him then, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Bet you ain't gonna be embarrassed there. Okay. Bet you he say how much left you got to pay on your mortgage. You ain't gonna be hearing. Bet you he say, "Well, let me pay off your old car note and get you another one." Bet you ain't gonna care if you gonna be super attracted then. You gonna be like, okay, let's go. Shoot. I can have a few shots of tequila, turn off the lights, and wear a blindfold. Shoot. Virtual reality goggles or something. Girl, you need a pair of virtual reality goggles. Do I think celeb men are dusty? If they broke and not providing, any man is dusty. If they're not providers and they're broke and they want to claim you, it's still it don't matter what they are. If they're not providers, they're not providers. Okay. Yeah, you got to get the investment in the car and stuff, all that. You got to get them bills paid first, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm. You said coworker attracted to you. He's married. You want him, not I want him and not feel that. Well, just consider yourself his work wife, because all men and all women who work, they got a little crush at work. Most of the time, if there's somebody attractive around, get him to buy you lunch, get him to take you shopping on your lunch break, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle. I don't know what to tell you. Okay. You said, is it possible for him to get a car without giving it up? It depends on what kind of car and how much money he has and how much he likes you. Okay. So it all depends, ma'am. It all depends on if that car is in your name, his name, if he's only putting the down payment, if he's buying it cash, how old he is, how you look. It all depends on all those things. So if you don't want to sleep with him first, then you need to make sure that there's some type of balance there, like just a car down payment, or get you a car that's not like super expensive, and tell them that it's to help you, do what you got to do and run your errands so you don't have to ride with creepy Uber drivers. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make it seem like he's helping you and that it's going to pay off eventually. But if you're trying to get a Benz, if you're trying to get you a luxury vehicle, if you're trying to do all of that, he's probably going to want you to be his girlfriend at some point. He's probably going to want, to do a little something, something. So he should be paying your bills already if y'all are even at the car dealership. You know what I'm saying? So y'all are probably in some sort of, relationship if y'all are thinking about going to the car dealership. So at least he should be paying some bills. unless you're trying to get a cheap car that only needs a few, $1,000 for a down payment. So it all depends, fam. It all depends. You said advice to a woman left abandoned at 3 months pregnant. Now he has a girlfriend. Child support, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. As soon as that baby come, have the paternity test done, put him on child support, and that's all I can tell you. I mean, that's all you can do. What you gonna do? Okay, Natalia, sprinkle, sprinkle. You were asked to be a girlfriend by someone not providing yet. I said I need to feel secure by you. He called me gold digger. What should I have said? It's like, oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know that you weren't financially stable or secure. I guess, maybe we're not a good match. Like, I would literally just say that. Like, I'm so sorry. I can't date anyone who's not a provider. Like, I wouldn't feel any type of way. I mean, I'm not wasting time with anyone who's not going to be a provider. So I wouldn't take offense to it at all. I would say, well, you know what? I'm so sorry, but I only date providers. I'm sorry that was some type of misunderstanding, but I only date providers. You can't take me off the market and take me away from potential men who want to provide for me. That's just not fair for me. Thanks for being a new member. Okay. Yeah, you're not going to take me off the market and call me your girlfriend if you're not a provider. The answer is no. I'll be a friend who's a girl, and I'll be dating other men who are able to provide, but we will not be any type of couple. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Remember, never lower your standards. If he calls you a gold digger, then at least you know what one look like, one smells like, and what one talks like. And so next time he won't have a misunderstanding. Like, I only date providers. I'm so sorry. If men can say that they only date women with no children, if they only date women who weigh this much, if they only date women of this color, if they only date women of this, that, then you should have your preference too. I only date providers. Call me this, call me that. Just like women call men certain things that only date certain types of women. Who cares? That's your preference. Say, my preference is provider. Get used to it. Men need to get used to that preference, and they need to stop being upset about people's preferences. Okay. You said how to have a conscience with men. Girl, I'm not thinking about no conscience with men. I'm thinking about a man being a provider. If I can't think straight, if my bills aren't paid, if I don't feel secure in a relationship, if I don't feel like that man is handling his business and I got to worry about stuff, I'm not ever going to be thinking about his consciousness or my consciousness. I'm going to be too worried about if he did this right, if he did that right, and all of that kind of stuff. When I'm in my feminine and I'm resting and I don't have to worry about any of that stuff, then I can start reading a book, thinking about somebody's consciousness and being more, aware of things. Until then, I can't think. Until everything is paid for, I can't think of anything like that. That's why you need a provider. Because I'm not getting ready to stress out and get my planner out and figure out when I'm going to work, when I'm going to sleep, where I'm going to do this, where I'm going to be conscious, when I'm going to think about this. I need it to all flow together. I need to be provided for. And if you can't do it, if I can't sleep well at night, then I'm not sleeping with you. Period. Okay? Period. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure, I dealt with a guy who talked just like that. Okay. You said you think too much, you got to be more in your receiving. Exactly. You dealt with a guy who talked just like that. Good for you, Miss Rocky. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So, lady, she's leading y'all to hell. If hell is a dusty, then I'm leading them away from it. Uh-oh, Maggie, sprinkle, sprinkle. How to stop beating yourself up for past mistakes. They're past. You can't go back. All you can do is learn from them and not to repeat them. That's it. You can't do anything about it. So why are you worried about it? Okay? It's a waste of time. Do better and don't repeat. That's the best thing you can do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Once you start doing better, you won't really be thinking about the past mistakes if you are very much improved and doing way better. Okay. Then it'll be your origin story. You know, a lot of people that made bad mistakes or come from a certain type of lifestyle and then become successful, they always reach back and use that as an example of how far they come. So unless you're focused on improving and becoming more successful or dating more successful men and providers, you're going to keep looking back at the past because you don't have a future, or you're not thinking about the present as far as improving and dealing with successful people. Oh, thank you, Monica. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Do you listen to Lana Del Rey? Yes, I have some of her music. Thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I want to thank you for educating the youth because they are the ones cultivating bad habits in men, and now they are not. And now they are not the loophole. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Um, got or not? Okay. Thank you. I appreciate that. W. Yes. The youth has lost. The younger people have been tricked into lowering their standards and their values. And I always say, you make your own standards and your own value. Okay. And therefore, you make your own life. So, according to your values, your self worth, how you allow people to treat you, what you accept and what you don't, that's what your life is going to start to look like. Any advice for married couples? I don't know. Um, I really don't give advice to married people. It's the same for everybody. I don't think, here's my honest opinion. I think when you get married, don't lose your individuality. Don't start thinking only about that other person. Okay. Keep yourself smart, keep yourself occupied, busy, keep yourself as an individual. Okay. You're only literally married legally. You don't make that other person, your number one priority, especially as a woman. That's what you're supposed to do for your kids and yourself. Okay. The man is the provider. So I would say, you know, as a woman living in her feminine, if you're married, then focus on you, your children, and you're living your best life. The man, he reaps the benefits of how you feel about him by what he does for you. Just mad I caught you late, couldn't play the game. Sprinkle, sprinkle, Miss Rocky. It's okay. You got another chance. Mia, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What would she do? Okay, you got liposuction. Okay, you feel disgusted thinking about a dusty even talking to me or touching me. I need a high value man. Okay, Ayana, sprinkle, sprinkle. Opinion, advice on being 19, having male friends around your age who pay for excursions and things but aren't in a position to fully provide. I mean, you're only 19, so you would literally have to date older men to find a real provider. You know what I'm saying? As long as you don't get pregnant by somebody that can't provide the lifestyle that you desire, then, great. As long as you're not paying for them, great. Because you're so young, you're still having fun. As long as you don't have to pay for nothing and get pregnant by no man that can't pay for your lifestyle that you want to be living, then have your fun. Aria Sprinkle Sprinkle 33, your boss 53. He's about to promote you. We haven't gone all the way, but have been intimate in other ways. How do I act after he promotes me? The same way, ma'am. Sprinkle Sprinkle. The same way. Ain't nothing changed except your paycheck just got higher. I mean, he thinks you're going to change, but don't. That means he's going to have to do gifts, give you extra special treatment, this, and that to get more out of it, All right. You got 2K after the first date. Thanks, Shira. These bills are getting paid. Uh-oh, the goddess. See, I know that's right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Sure, you're absolutely right about online dating. That dating app sheets are horrible. Men think they're the product. Exactly. Why would y'all be on dating apps? It's time to go out into the real world, man. Y'all need to like lay down. Now, here's my thing. If you don't have a car, if you're desperate, if you can't go somewhere, that's what dating apps are for. People that can't go anywhere. Okay? People that can't get out their house. That's in the old days, that's all that were on the dating apps. The people that didn't have transportation, married people, or people that couldn't get out. So all the good catches were out in the real world. And they still are. Yeah, you don't have a car. Think about what else is on there. If you're on there and you ain't got no car, think about what else is on them dating apps, ma'am. Get off the dating app. Once you go out in real life, maybe go catch the bus or take a train or get you an Uber on the rich side of town, hang out there all day until you find somebody with some money, okay? Who can help you get a car, or go to work and save up your money and buy a car so you can get off those dating apps that don't really lead anywhere. Okay? You feel like you lost yourself in this relationship. I want to end things, but he doesn't. He treats you good, but verbally abusive. Then go get another one, man. Have two. And why are y'all so loyal? Be loyal to you. Be loyal to yourself, man. You don't have to leave. You could just go leave for the moment. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Look, every time he verbally abuses you, go let someone praise you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I drink to not feel shy when freestyling, but it slowly turns me into an alcoholic idiot bash. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh. Janakia. I don't know how to pronounce that, But have a drink limit and don't drink anymore after that. Give yourself a limit and then that's it. Like 3 drinks, 2 drinks, whatever your limit is before you start feeling some type of way. Just give yourself that limit and stop. What is the most expensive gift I ever got? A car. A Benz. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, that was, before, like, when I was young. Yes, when I was in my 20s. You talking about now? A house? Okay. You talking about now? A house? Back then? Yeah, Benz. Sparkle, sparkle. Plus my other car paid off that I was driving before that. My bills paid. Do providers like tall women? Yeah, if they're tall or they like tall women. Mm-hmm. Yeah, drink a glass of water between drinks. It helps, definitely. Thank y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all want to know the lip combo? Okay, it's Chanel um lipstick. I don't even have it with me. It's in the bathroom. Just like a brown lip liner and then like a nude lip gloss. I think the Chanel lipstick is called, I can't remember, but it's a nude color. Anyway, I can't give it to you, but it's brown lip liner, nude lip, and nude gloss. Sometimes I feel jealous. How can I change that? By having more than one. Jealous of who? A man or other women? I don't know which one you're asking about, but if you feel jealous about a man, you need to. If you feel jealous towards other women, you need to find a man that appreciates and values you and sees that you're the prize, so you don't have to focus on other women. So I don't know which one you were asking about, but if you're jealous of one, you need to sprinkle, sprinkle. Because think about it. How you gonna be jealous of a man when you already got two of them? How you gonna be jealous of other women around your man when you got one, the extra one on the side? You know what I'm saying? Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, RT, thank you for the sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay, Kay says you're over emotional about boyfriend. He might be parting ways. I can't stop crying. I'm extremely sensitive and emotional. How do I stop being emotional? By getting another one with more money that likes you more and is willing to spend and be generous. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You're 22. That man was not going to be your husband, especially if he's around the same age as you. He ain't ready to settle down and get married. It was going to happen eventually. It's time to move on. Suck it up. Feel the pain and be about your money in the future. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all it's leading to. All that pain you're feeling is going to make you stronger so you can go get this bag. All right. All it's doing is hardening you up to get your money. Just feel the pain, ma'am. Just feel it and go get you another man that has more money. Use all that energy and effort to make yourself look better, to start dealing with provider type men. And remember, everything that you're feeling now, remember that pain when another dusty or another man approaches you that's giving you lies and not about giving you money. Okay? Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. You said jealousy and insecurity. Fix that. Understand that you are one-on-one, same as you guys got a detached. Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just feel all that pain so the next time you about your money. Okay. Don't fall in love with someone that's not a provider and who doesn't love you more. And never fall in love. Grow in love and grow in your bank account with his money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Jazzy, how I stop feeling bad for getting money in items I self-sabotage by telling my husband I'm okay and reject it when he offers me money. Okay. Well then save it in your savings account. If you feel bad about taking it, just save it. And whenever you need it, it's there. Okay. Just put it, get you a separate savings account. Whenever he offers you anything, just put it in there. That way you didn't spend it, you still got it. Okay. But honestly, you need to get over that mindset because it's very limited. Okay. Your teachings cured you. I'm jumping for joy. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So you can never feel bad about getting money from a man, Mina. Me neither, girl. That's what they're built for, to provide. Let them provide. Don't take away their role. Otherwise, what you gonna do? Just look at them? Okay, so make sure you let them play their role, because if you don't let a man be a man and be masculine and feel masculine, they're gonna start to think that you're doing something wrong, or that you're too masculine to be in your feminine. You gotta let them be masculine. You gotta let them give you stuff. You gotta receive it. Okay. I would go back. You said you can't get money. You can't accept money from your husband. I would go back and say, you remember all those times you was trying to give me some money? Well, I will take it now. That's what you need to go back and do, and get your money and put it in the savings account or something. You're 35 but look 27. Does age matter? It don't matter when you're looking for a provider. Just get somebody older. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said money in exchange for sex is prostitution. What happened to this channel, Shira? Why are you teaching these women? If you can't afford a woman, if you can't afford to be a provider, then get off the channel, sir. Shouldn't you be somewhere learning about money and how to earn more, so you don't have to be mad and get up in women's conversations and talk about how you can't afford them and calling them prostitutes because they want a provider man, which is what a man is built for, to provide? Sir, you're just lacking, and you're being silly by projecting it over here. What you're telling us in a roundabout way is that you're mad that women aren't giving it up for free to broke bums like you. So what you can do is go tell your mother. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's provider era. This is dust free and provider era. If you can't afford it, leave. Okay? Go complain about it to someone who cares. We are in our provider era mode where we're not taking less than anymore. So if you want a free woman, pick Misha and them are out there. Barbara the Builder out, they'll give it up for free. Pick Misha will give it up for free. You have a lot of people to choose from. They're probably at Walmart right now. If you hurry up, you can catch them. Look for the bonnets and the pajamas with the slides. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They will not charge you, I promise. All right. RT. Hi, Shira. You're looking beautiful. I have what? Okay. I'm not gonna say it out loud because okay, you need to find someone who got the same stuff and want to still be with you. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. You put him in his place and watched him beg for forgiveness. Is this too far? Does it matter as long as I get what I want? No, girl, that's how you're supposed to do it. Thank you, Maggie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. They're supposed to be begging for forgiveness. How dare they? It's not too far, because when they think about messing up again, they're gonna remember themselves begging and they're gonna think twice. Make sure you record it too. Sprinkle, sprinkle. All right. Y'all gotta learn. Record them begging. Yeah, they don't have to know you recording. That way they will not repeat. And also you need to make them pay. Where's your gift wish list? What they gotta buy to also earn forgiveness? Begging ain't enough. They got to pay for something. Go pick out you a nice purse, go online, fill up a nice cart, take them to the car dealership or something, man. They can't just beg. They got to pay too. Financially. You hit a man in their pockets and their ego, they'll think twice about messing up again. Okay. And even if they mess up again, you still got something to show for their mistakes. Purse, money, evidence of them begging you back. Y'all got to get smart. Okay. And we don't have time for broke man anymore. This is provider era. You can't provide, don't even comment. If you can't provide, stop complaining and go find a way to do it. Okay? It's not our job to teach you how to be no man. Okay. If we got to make you a checklist on how to be a man every day, then you aren't one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So all these dudes that are trying to make women feel some sort of way for having high standards and only dealing with providers, y'all need to go back home, ask your mama who your daddy is, and tell him to come tell you how to be a man. Or you need to go find someone who's a positive role model and listen to what they got to say and maybe learn how to be a man. But right now, a lot of these guys in here, they were never taught how to be a man, and they need a checklist. And until they can go through that checklist every day without looking at it, don't deal with them if they are not a provider. Okay. You said, how do you manifest a woman? By becoming a provider. Sprinkle, sprinkle. As soon as you become a provider, they will magically appear all around you. Okay. Promise you. He said, when should you let them hold your hand and be touchy in public? When you feel like they have done something for you and have earned the privilege to hold your hand in public. That means you've gotten something out of it. What you get? What did you get? Did they buy you a gift? Did they pay some bills? Okay. Unless you're dating for fun. No. You say you chubby and feel jealous of thin women. Then hang around fatter people, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Or hang around old people. Shoot, they like anything as long as it's cute and young. Somebody said gym membership. If you want a quick fix, ma'am. Okay, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for being a new member. Go hang around bigger people or go hang around older people. They don't care about a little extra, a couple of pounds. All right. Or just lose weight. Whichever one you're gonna do, or do all of it at the same time. Look, you could be losing weight while you're hanging around older people or fatter people. Okay, just do it all at the same time and get your money. Somebody said Ozempic, okay? Oh, all them other weight loss shots people got. He said liposuction error. All right, well, do what you gotta do. Don't be making excuses. Just go do something about it. Wear all black. Wear some Spanx. Go around fat people. Get around some old people, and then eat some salad and take Ozempic. You'll be fine. All right. I promise you. Just put it all together and it'll work. Okay. Thank you. Y'all are so sweet, giving me compliments. Oh, thank you. What's offered in the paid membership? Sometimes I ask what the next topic of the discussion will be for members. You also get cute emojis that aren't available to everybody, like the little level up emoji, the roses, and you also get highlighted when you message or write a comment so I can see it. It doesn't get lost in all the other comments. All right, sprinkle, sprinkle. Appreciate y'all. All right. You said they don't deserve feminine energy without providing. Thank you, Tiffany. I appreciate you being a new member. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And it also tells me how long y'all have been members as well. You said I used to be a chubby girl. I'm still chubby. Shoot, sprinkle. I'll be eating. That ain't never stopped me. When there's a will, there's a way. Okay. I ain't never been bone thin. I could never count no ribs. I could count a roll, but I can't count no ribs, okay? And it never stopped me. I still got everything I wanted. Thank you, Natalia Sprinkle Sprinkle, for being a member. Thank you, girl. Welcome. Yeah. See, the thing is, you got to love yourself at whatever size you're at, because confidence is where it starts. Even if it's just a weight loss journey, first you need confidence in order to even have the confidence to understand why you want to even lose weight. If you don't think you look good at your size, fat, skinny, I look good at any size, at least in my own mind. So my attitude ain't gonna change, no matter what size I am. All right. There you go. Let me tell y'all a secret. And y'all keep forgetting. Okay, I live in a nice neighborhood. If you go down the street and look at every housewife or every woman in every house, they are not super skinny. They are not perfect. Okay? Let me repeat that. If you go to the rich neighborhood, go knock on every door in the rich neighborhood and see the woman of the house. Okay? If you go to the grocery store where all the housewives are shopping and their luxury SUVs and not at work, go look around the grocery store, man. Go see. Go see what they're looking like. Okay. So, in the paid membership, emojis, your comment gets highlighted and it tells me how long you've been a member. You also get to like help decide what's our next topic going to be sometimes. Sometimes I do member only videos and there's a members section where videos that aren't available to the public, you get to access as a member, depending on what tier you're at. So I think if you got the highest one, you could see all the unavailable videos that's not available to the public. Some that I put for members only areas, videos that I've had that are just as long as these that I took and put in that area and took out of the public area. So you get more videos that nobody else gets access to. So the best videos are there, etc., etc. And at any time you can cancel a membership or stay and become long-term members. Okay. Oh, you just get cute emojis too that other people can't get. I think that one says level up in pink and white, and one of them is a rose, like a pink rose. Okay. You said no one want pick Misha girls? No. Only to sleep with for free. And then they go back to their more serious endeavors of trying to, get someone that they can't afford, or at least they're trying to afford. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you, Celebrate Peace. Thanks for being a member for 1 month. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. You said Miss Alex, sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. You had a membership. You said, what advice do I have for an 18-year-old college freshman moving into a dorm? Girl, you still like you're in high school, except you're legal. Honestly, you need to be focused on whatever you're doing. Don't date nothing broke and don't get pregnant. That's my motto to anybody that's young. And don't pay for anything. Don't be desperate. Don't be desperate. Don't pay for anything. Don't be a pick Misha. Don't get pregnant. have fun. I don't know. All right. What's the best? What advice do I have for female friendships? Um, I don't know. Like, have the best friendship you can have. I would say you don't have to do everything together to be friends. I would say have a friend for different things. So, for example, you have a best friend that you tell everything to that is very supportive of you. Then you have an acquaintance type person that you just know and have small talk with and maybe go to coffee with or something like that. Or, and then you have a friend that you go out with or an associate or acquaintance that you go out with because that's, um, if you're not the type of person that wants to go out by themselves, you have different people for different things. Okay. You don't have a all in one type of friend because that never pans out. You got to have different types of people for different situations. So that's my best advice for any type of friendship between women. If they ain't giving me money, they ain't my friend, men or women. Okay, pork rinds, sprinkle, sprinkle. He said he's looking for his provider too. Isn't it bad to be completely dependent on a guy? Yes, it is. That's why you have to have two guys, a savings account, and start your own business with their money, ma'am. So, for example, if you got two men giving you money, paying your bills back to back, you can save half because you don't need that money because one is already paying your bills and another one thinks he's paying your bills by giving you direct deposit in your bank account that's going to go straight to your savings so you can start your own business, get your money, and continuously collect theirs while spending zero money. Okay? So it is totally bad to depend on a man for everything. So depend on 2 to 3 men until you get enough money to depend on you and them at the same time. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Natalia is testing. I see you, girl. See, on my side, your name is highlighted. I can see it. I see you, Natalia. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How do I look past physical attraction? Look at bank accounts. Think about this. You have the ugliest man in the room, right? But then he holds up his bank account and it says 8 figures on it. There's a multimillionaire. Then you got the cutest guy in the room and their bank account statement is negative. Who's looking good now? All right. That's how you got to start looking at men, like their bank accounts. Read my message, please, Nashawn. Okay, you should have wrote it then. Let's see. Did I miss one? You got to write it in there. Sprinkle, sprinkle, because there's too many people and it's not highlighted. Thank you, girl. All right. You're a member, but you aren't reading my question. I keep sending it. I just read it, Tiffany. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Miss Alex, okay. Why don't y'all just write it again? I could be having to read someone like that paid, and then it might just go by too fast. So just write it again. Sorry. I could see it faster than I can see other people's though. Yeah, provider error. No more dust, y'all. You said you didn't say nothing, you just laughing. Okay. You said just find providers until I can move on. Of course. If you're on the rich side of town and the man has a nice car and he's not at work and he's out and about during the day running errands on the nice side of town, most likely he's rich, ma'am. That's why I say hang out on the rich side of town. Okay, Tiffany says, I didn't catch your answer. If you answered it already, I don't think you did. Okay, we should have asked it again right then and there. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How to look prettier and healthier by putting more effort into yourself. Thank you, Samantha. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got to put more effort into yourself. That's it. That's literally it. Put more effort in. There you go. You know how y'all be working on them jobs? Well, you need to work on yourself. You know how y'all be getting up every day, clocking in, going to work. You need to do that for yourself too. That's literally it. Have the checklist of everything you need to do to make yourself look prettier and healthier each day, and check the list off. Okay, you gotta make sure your skin looking good. Take care of your skin. You gotta make sure your hair. You gotta take care of your hair, and you get to make sure them nails looking all right. The hygiene check. Brush some teeth. Okay, you go for a walk. Okay, put some nice clothes on. Check, check, check. Uh-oh, Norma. You've been dating a super generous man who does everything you ask. I recently asked me to unfollow someone he fired. I know her and I'm wondering how should explain the reason why I'm unfollowing her. Sprinkle, sprinkle. How is she gonna know? Thank you for being a member though. How is she gonna know you unfollowed her? Does it tell her that you unfollowed her? Or just say your account got hacked? Girl, don't you know how to lie? Girl, my account got hacked. Somebody got in, or such and such app is tripping, maybe unfollow a bunch of people. I'm trying to follow them all back. But here, I have to get an alias social media, and I'll follow you over there. Don't you have more than one social media? Oh, Claudine, Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Is the paid Facebook level up group still a thing? Sprinkle, Sprinkle. Thank you, Claudine. It's still a thing, but it's really for the women that are, of like mine, that are leveling up, dating, and all that kind of stuff. You got to find one of my older videos where the link is, because I don't think the link is in this one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you're, you should join the Patreon if you want direct contact. Tier like 2 or 3 and up. Tier 2 and up, you can direct message me on the Patreon, which is in the description bar. Otherwise, if you just want to be with a group of like-minded women, go find an older video with the link. It's usually at the very bottom for the Facebook group. Okay. He wants to go to Mermaid Parade tomorrow where women will be wearing bikinis. This is date 3 and I haven't received any money. Tell him that you'll take a rain check. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you. How do I book a consultation with you? I no longer do consultations, Samantha, but thank you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That was a long, long time ago. But thank you. The closest you can get is to become a member on the Patreon tier 2 and up and message me. And I'll write you back. Okay. How do you describe an insecure person and how to spot one? If insecure people, they try to project their insecurities on you, or they try to play like, the victim sometimes. So if you're looking for a man, they need to be a masculine, strong man. I can't do nothing else. Okay. So if you're dealing with people that are insecure, if you're looking for little telltale signs and red flags about men, you're looking at the wrong man. They need to come off strong, independent, and like providers. Otherwise, you're wasting time. You'll be able to tell if a man is insecure by how he walks, talks, and speaks to you. Okay? That's literally it. If he downs you, if he tells you need to lower your standards, that's how you know. You keep resending the question. You should have sent it right there. Tiffany, just write it again. If it's not in green, I can't see it. I'm not going to be able to see it, ma'am. You're a member and you keep writing the question, but I don't see it. Just write it again. All right. Maybe it's too long. I don't know, because I don't see it. I only see it when you write that little small sentence. Uh-oh, I bright, sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all stop asking stop questions. Go watch old videos. All right. Just write a 1 sentence, because I think that's all it's going to allow you. They say they can't see it either. Just write 1 sentence. All right. Try to sum it up in 1 sentence. How do you, thank you, She Rose, for being a new member. How you attract serious men instead of those wanting flings? By attracting several at once and narrowing them down to who wants a fling and who doesn't, and then get rid of the ones that want the fling. Date several. One of them go pan out, man. One of them will pan out. Attract by looking like the part that you're trying to attract. So look more classy. Thank you, T. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Provider era Sprinkle Sprinkle. A member. Oh, she's been a member for 11 months. Thank you, girl. Okay, Tiffany, I see it. Going to the club alone and drinking for content. Please advise on this. I am in my feelings about it and I don't like it. But drinking for content. Okay, here's my thing. Wow. First of all, what you looking for in the club? Are you dancing? Are you looking for dates? Like, honestly, save your money, save your outfits, save your money. Get up and go out during the day to the rich side of town. If you're just going to the club by yourself for fun, at least say it's for fun. You don't have to have a reason to go out by yourself. You don't have to have a reason to go drink. You don't have to have a reason to go to the club. If you feel like it's not beneficial to you, then stop doing it and go do something else instead. You know, maybe join a 24-hour gym, maybe go to a bookstore or read something. I don't know. Perhaps do something different. Okay. You said your man is doing that? Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. You said your man is doing that out of the country. Oh, okay. Well, then he ain't your man, ma'am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Where's your other man? I wouldn't be worried about somebody that's out of the country because I'll be with somebody else. Okay. New provider just text me, just beagle puppy to me. Okay, then, girl, get your money. Girl, why are you at home by yourself? Your man in a whole nother country doing whatever he wants. That means you can do the same thing, ma'am. You sitting up here worried about some person in a whole different country. You got all the things that you need to go do what you need to do with. Why are you sitting here worried about him when he should be worried about you? Sprinkle, sprinkle. He would be worried about me, ma'am. You said, okay, I'll be up, out and about, ma'am, spending his money. You said, what? Uh-oh, somebody cash at me. Goddess Environmental Service. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Miss Chantel. Voodoo, voodoo by Mocha. Girl, she said, hold on. Let me see what y'all see it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He is a provider, though, and he's my boyfriend. Okay, well, where's your other boyfriend? Sprinkle, sprinkle. You got the whole cosmetics? Can't wait to go freestyling next week? Okay, celebrate. Uh-oh, I just celebrate peace. Thank you, girl. Thank you, Natalia. She sent me that. Okay. Destiny, thank you. Hoodoo, voodoo, mocha. Dumped my dusty pretty man forever today. You saved me. Okay, girl, sprinkle, sprinkle. Now go get you an old ugly one that's paying bills and buying cars. Is 50 too old to find a provider? Chantel asks. No, girl. Too. It ain't too old if you looking good. Take care of yourself. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's not too old if you aim higher. You 50, you could be dating 70-year-olds. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Do you break up with him or just have more than one? Did he break up with you? You think he out in the club thinking about if he should break up with you if he meets another woman? No, he's going to do what he want to do. Where are you from, man? You must not be from here. No, ma'am, you just go get another one and keep him as long as he's providing. When he comes back into the country, if you want to be nice and faithful to him, then great. But other than that, go do you. That ain't even your husband. Oh, be joy, sprinkle, sprinkle. That man ain't got no ring on your finger. Y'all don't have no marriage license, and you sitting over here in a whole nother country being faithful. Girls, no wonder he picked you. He probably know your every move, where you gonna be at what time of day. You're very predictable to him. That's why he ain't even worried, and that's why he out there doing whatever he's doing, because he ain't worried about what you doing. I'll be doing the most. Girl, go do what you gotta do. Thank you, Beach Joy Sprinkle. Sure, what do you do if you were homeless? What would I do if I was homeless? I would never be homeless. I just go get me a sugar daddy. Sprinkle, Ola May. Okay. Uh-oh, new provider just text you. Okay, I already read that one. Girl, if you cute, you will never be homeless. You need to level up, man. I would, if I were that way, I would level up my looks the best I could. Then I go get me some old man with cataracts and move right on in and get that Social Security check until I can do better. Sprinkle. All right. All right. You said a cute bum. Girl, I see some of these quote unquote, I'm gonna say quote unquote because I don't know if they're really homeless. I see some of these homeless women out here looking better than me. I'm like, you aren't supposed to be homeless, man. Yeah, I don't think they were really homeless. Anyway, how do you get him to take you shopping on the first date? Make sure the first date is near or in a shopping center. That's number one. Okay. And then say, oh, I feel like walking around. I'm so full. Let's go for a walk and continue this conversation because I love spending time with you. You're so interesting. And then go walk around the shopping center or the shops or wherever. And if they really are trying to impress you, they'll buy you something. A homeless woman look better than you. That is saying a lot. No, what I'm saying is they have the potential to look better than me. Like they had a nice body, they had pretty hair, their face was in order, their teeth was in order. There was nothing literally wrong with them. All they need is a little makeup and a little curling iron and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? But like they didn't have to be homeless. They were probably just pretending. Oh, Altinexo, sprinkle. Thank you, girl. Let's just say this. If they walked in front of some dusties, them dusties would try to holler. If they clean themselves up, they could probably get a provider. That's all I'm saying. So, anyway. All right. Now, okay. And I tell y'all all the time, I see so many girls that are very attractive and very pretty. And for some reason, they be dealing with the dusties of dust and not knowing their value and slaving away and working hard and paying for some dusty to lay up with. Okay. Now, when those type of women find my channel and they get the right information and they eliminate the dust out of their life and enter into the dust-free era, that next era is provider era that they enter into. And that's how it has to be. So let me tell y'all something. If y'all out there looking better than me, younger than me, in better shape than me, y'all ain't got no excuse. I promise you, there is no excuse for y'all. In the beginning, he was all a woman could dream of. Milda says, I'm narrating this comment. I thought this guy was money. So I started asking for thing, house, car, money, expenses. He never said no, but he make no move. Said I was expensive. So he's a talker, man. He's what you call a storyteller. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, Ellie. How to set boundaries about kissing. Say, I'm sorry, I don't kiss on the lips. I don't know you well. And I'm a germaphobe. Just tell me you're a germaphobe, man. And I need to see some paperwork while you put the lips over here. All right. Tell me you're a bit of a germaphobe and that you prefer, to get to know someone a little bit more before you exchange germs. Sprinkle, sprinkle. When people promise you things and they don't deliver, they're liars. Okay, so don't wait on the delivery. Don't treat them nice until you get what they're talking about. Just like, okay, well, I'll talk to you when you deliver. I'll talk to you when you bring me those things. I'll talk to you when it's done. Don't sit there and talk to them about the things they're never going to do. Talk to them after they've done it. What do rich men find most attractive in a woman? It depends on what type of men they are. Not all rich men are the same. You got rich men who used to be poor. You got rich men that's always been rich. You got old money. You got new money. You got young rich men. You got old rich men. Okay. You got rich married men. So which one are you talking about, man? You got rich ugly men. What they find attractive in women depends on them, because that woman is going to represent them in some sort of way. So that has to be noon. Oh, thank you, Chantel. Sprinkle, sprinkle. You said, how long was I engaged to James? Not that long. We as soon as we like that same year, it wasn't a long engagement at all. So it was literally started planning right after. Okay. The older men who just want the company are the most generous. Yes, Sarah. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So if y'all are new to the game, the older you go, the less you have to do. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Because they can't be doing nothing. You said Beagle puppy to be announced. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I appreciate that. Get him, girl. Okay. He texts 12 times a day, but never asks out what to do. Unsave his number and put him under spam. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Stop tracking. That's what you do. You unsave his number and you put that number under spam. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Uh-oh, hoodoo, voodoo by mocha equals mommy goose tarot. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'll also give me a little sprinkle, sprinkle on the Cash App too. I like that name. Oh, thank you, Chloe. Appreciate you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hey. Okay, I appreciate y'all. If someone texts me 12 times a day and wouldn't buy no money or anything else, they're going under spam. Unsubscribe. You're like, where the unsubscribe button? Uh-oh, Norma. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If someone's texting you that many times a day and ain't talking about any money or anything else besides that, that's just junk mail. Junk emails, junk text. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate you. You said no lies by unsaving that Dusty's number. Exactly. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. People don't, until people are spending money, they number do not get saved. Let me repeat that to y'all. Until people have spent money on you, they do not get saved as a contact, period. Okay? They got to earn that. You can give them an initial so you know which one they are, but they do not get saved as a full name. If you're texting many and you need to differentiate which one is which, you can give them an initial, or you could give them a nickname like Dinner, Gas, Bill Payer. You give them a nickname until, until they earn the rest. But definitely, if they haven't given you anything, the most they get is a one initial or an unsaved number. You say you do that, Coco Mocha? Okay. What if he wants explicit stuff sent to him? Money sent to your Cash App, what? Then send him pictures of something else that you find online. Don't send him nothing of yourself. So you know this stuff online for free, right? You want me to go copy and paste it and send it to you? You want me to screenshot it and send it to you? Because it's not going to be me. You can see that stuff for free online. I'm not free. And anyway, you got to earn that. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not even sending it. You're gonna have to earn to see it live. Okay. They got to earn to see that live if they ever get there. They may not ever get there. That's why they're asking for pictures of it, because they can't afford to ever get there for real. You know what I'm saying? But when these guys are asking for pictures, explicit pictures or explicit talk or whatever, they already know they can't afford to get there for real. So they're going to try to get there the fastest, easiest, best way that they can through pictures or talking to you. So don't give in. Just like, no, we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later. Right now, I'm so worried about such and such and such and such and what I'm going to do. Let them give you stuff. Okay? They will never get there. That's why they want to get there through pictures and talk. They can't afford to get there. They don't even plan on getting there, which is why they're trying to get there online. So don't give in. Just like, no, I'm not comfortable with that. But and who are y'all talking to? And why are y'all meeting these losers online? How do you handle men that solicit you subtly? I'm not opposed to turning down money, but the audacity. It's like, oh no, I'm so sorry. I'm not that kind of woman. But if you'd like to properly court me and take me out and, send me flowers and buy me nice gifts and things like that, I would definitely, appreciate that a lot more than, the type of woman that you are assuming that I am. It's like, I'm not that type of woman. I'm sorry if you thought I was. But honestly, I find it a bit flattering, but no, you got to go, you got to take the long route. Okay, you freestyle today and got invited to a rich party. Uh-oh, Grace. Sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. That's how you do it. Now go mingle and get your money, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What if your Dusty is great in bed? Imagine your Dusty being great in bed with an eviction notice outside the door. Imagine your Dusty great in bed while you 9 months pregnant. He's still telling you to get to work. Imagine your Dusty saying, "I lost my job and you gonna have to hold it down." Imagine that, man. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That should be a quick turn off, no matter how good he is at bed. You said, a guy to have a lot of money, but he won't spend it on you. He throws it in your face, though. Well, why don't you get another man to spend it on you, man? Go find another man with money. Why are you wasting time with somebody that's not going to spend it on you? Go find it from another one. And he'll be even more mad. Hello, Antoinette. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Any tips for being tired of dating goal is long term. Okay, my thing is, don't go into dating with any goal except money. Okay, don't go into dating with any goal except money. That's it. Everything else will fall in place once you figure out this type of man's money, how much he has, how he feels about you, if he's generous, if he's going to give it to you. Then you decide if he's worth a long-term relationship with, if he can be a provider. Okay, so always go straight for the money and then narrow it down to who is going to be best for long-term provider. He says he's going to make money and dealing with his BS is hard. Girl, he said he gonna do what? Tell me what to do. He doesn't want to leave me though. Okay, well then leave him and tell him to call you when he gets some money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mimosa. Say, okay, well, you can't leave me. I'm gonna leave you. When you get some money, call me and I'll see you later. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay? That's how you do that. Leave him. Say, if you love me that much, call me when you get the money. I don't care how much you think you're gonna make. I don't care how much you plan on making. Call me when you make it and you're ready to spend it on me. Okay? Until then, adios. You could be with another guy who's already making money now and spending it on you. What you doing waiting around on somebody that is probably lying to you? Okay. Celebrate peace. You date men 65 plus, you're 45. It just makes sense. Exactly. I'm not dating nobody my own age. Can't get nothing out of them. They think you there for the wrong reason. Them. All right. How old is old, old, old? 1 foot in the grave, ma'am. Miss Alex, 1 foot in the grave is old, old, old. That means if they died tomorrow, people would say it was natural causes. Okay? It would say old age. That's old, old, old. When people die of old age, that's old, old, old. Okay? When people say, how they die? Old age. That's when you know it's old, old, old. When they put the 3 on the old 3, old cubed, that's died of old age / natural causes old. Okay? There ain't no autopsy gonna be done. Ain't nobody gonna question it. They ain't calling the ambulance. They just calling the funeral home. Ugh. Come get him. He's passed. Oh, Michaela Sprinkle Sprinkle. Thank you, girl. When they wear that life alert bracelet or that life alert necklace, that's oh. Okay. Ah, you said stop. Work on provider radar. Yes. I missed super chat. Hold on. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Do you have tips or scenarios on how to be mean or nice, nasty to men? I am too nice, new to dating, and it's a downfall for me. Okay. First of all, you got to give up being a people pleaser. That's number one. You got to be a self pleaser. So, if that person is not talking about giving you what you want, doing what you want, then you don't have time for it. So, instead of being a people pleaser by being too nice, you state your standards. And if they're not trying to meet them, you say, you know what? I don't think this is a good match. I'm going to have to go, but it was so nice meeting you. What's your name again? Okay, well, you're such a nice person, but I don't think this is going to work. Or you friend zone them. You just friend zone them. You're like, oh, you know what? You're so nice. You're going to make such a great friend. Oh, I'm so late. I have to go. You friend zone them or you dismiss them. You can if you keep friend zoning them, they'll get the clue and the hint. Always friend zone. if you're too nice. You don't want to hurt their little feelings. Go ahead and friend zone them quick. Okay, thank you, Mel M. Appreciate you. Let's see what she said. Thank you. Okay, thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Shout out to Mel M. I appreciate y'all. If he's offering money to sleep with you already, he's probably looking for more of an escort. Yes. No, the money, when they offer you money, it's out of the kindness of their heart not to sleep with you. Okay. Y'all have to remember that. If the money ain't free, then don't take it. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Oh, Goddess Laurel. Thank you, girl. Sprinkle, sprinkle, Shira, sprinkle, sprinkle, Goddess. My abundance is snow balling from all these talks. Oh, thank you, girl. She's gonna sprinkle, sprinkle me extra tonight. Thank you. Appreciate you. Yes. How men respond to you and how you respond back all depends on your self-worth, your level of desperation. Okay. So, for example, if you only have one potential provider and they're offering you something in exchange, that's not providing. That's trading. That's an exchange. That's a transaction. So, provider means they don't expect anything back in return from you because their job as a man is to provide. See, if your value as a woman in your own mind or your self-esteem is at a certain level, or you're dealing with certain types of men who are, I don't know, tricking you into exchanges, that's not what a provider is. Okay, just so y'all know. Unless you yourself tell that man, I'm not going to be your girlfriend. I'm not going to be intimate with you. I'm not going to be anything with you until I am fully provided for, all bills paid, no longer have to worry about money, taken off the shelf, in a secure environment and relationship. I don't feel comfortable being intimate with you. So they have to provide you with clothes, house, car, bills paid, whatever your standards are, in order to qualify for the title provider. If y'all are out there exchanging provisions for other things, that's not a provider. Okay? That's a sugar daddy. All right. There's differences. And some sugar daddies don't expect nothing back in return either, but going out to eat and all that kind of stuff. Thank you for waking me up again. Spirit of Pygmy tried to resurrect inside me, and I was entertaining a dusty. Girl, the only time you need to ever entertain a dusty is in your past. Sprinkle, sprinkle. If you keep doing it, I don't know. You got to learn, ma'am. Just leave them alone. It's dust-free era, provider era. Thank you, sprinkle, sprinkle. You had to give that provider speech this morning. Okay. Yeah. Natalia. Okay. So at 18, you need to worry about other things. Like, I know a lot of y'all are young and y'all don't want no dusty, of course, but unless you're willing to date older men, you know, what type of 18-year-old, 19-year-old, or however old you're going to date is going to be able to fully provide for you? You know what I'm saying? You can find a man who's generous and will take you out on dates and maybe pay for little things like, you know, that you need. But you're not going to find someone close to your age that can do all those things that a full provider would do. So you just need to focus on finding someone that likes you enough to make sure you don't touch your purse or your wallet while you're out with them. Okay. And don't get pregnant unless, you know, they rich. Sprinkle, sprinkle. And I wouldn't get married or pregnant until I was like, you know, 25 and up. Okay. You said, how are older men going to sexually satisfy? Well, through years of experience, they probably picked up a lot of information and they probably know how to satisfy more than younger men who are about self gratification. You know what I'm saying? So now, if they're so old that they can't do anything, then you ain't got to worry about being satisfied because they can't do nothing. That's when you go for the other one. All right. That's why you have more than one, man. What you talking about? You can't do nothing, so go find one that can. Make sure he has money though. He said they do exist. Some of them can, some of them can, some of them can't physically, some of them will. Yeah, I know some of y'all younger women. This is why I tell y'all, go have your fun. Get it all out of your system. Go deal with the pretty man. Go deal with the dusties. Go fall in love. Go get your heart broken and go get it all out of your system. And when you're ready for this money, then you are ready for this money. Things, a lot of times when you're 18, you're just getting out of high school. You need to go experience life. You need to go have fun. Okay. You need to go experience what it's like to be with this sort of person, this sort of person, this sort of person. And then when you're done and you say, okay, I've had that experience. Now I'm about my money and my lifestyle. That's when you start trying to choose the type of provider that's going to provide you with a lifestyle. Okay. But at 18, you're not even serious about life yet. You're just beginning, so go have fun. So when you get old, you can have lots of fun memories and say, I did that. And then, whenever you get to a certain age and you're ready to be serious about your life and your lifestyle and whatever, then you go for the providers. But you can go for the providers at any age. Don't ever touch your purse out on a date. Don't pay for no man. Don't get pregnant by nothing broke. All right. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all I can tell you. How to handle a rich older guy, but he acts insecure? Is he playing games? I'm not. I don't care how he's acting. Is he providing? Because if he ain't providing, he should be insecure that you got another one. Sprinkle, sprinkle. He ain't providing, he should be insecure because you sure might have another one. Yeah, he got a reason. He haven't been paying. See, a lot of these guys that have money, if they're not generous with you, if they're not giving you anything, and they feel a little bit of insecurity, it's because they know somebody else will if they don't, and they're still unsure. So they should feel a little nervous and insecure. They need to man up. Literally, either man up or move out the way. Now, I remember a few years ago when women would tell men to man up, be a real man, be a provider, and men used to play the victim role and say, well, we have stress and we have feelings and we have this and we have that, and you're putting so much stress on us, and I can't make it in this world. And okay, well, go cry to your mother, and when you finish, you come back and pay these bills, because your role genetically is provide and protect. So therefore, if you crying about what you are genetically built for, go cry to your mother, your maker. Don't cry to me. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So what I'm saying is, you don't want a man full of excuses of why he cannot be a provider. He needs to move out of the way and let a real man come through. Okay? Eating too much chicken wings. That's right. All them hormones up in there, making him be in his feelings and crying. What's the difference between providing and controlling with older men that are looking for arm candy? Providing and controlling with I don't know what you're trying to ask. Like, No man can control you if you have extra men or money in your account from him and other men. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Natalia, sprinkle, sprinkle. So if you all think about that, if you have money in your account, you got men giving you money from left and right, or you have money from the past from men giving you money left and right, or you have your own money and men still giving you money because they don't know you got your own money. No man can control you if you could just leave and go get it from somebody else. So that's why I'm saying you got to have options. That the more options you have, the less control another man has over you. T sprinkle sprinkle. Any advice if you already have a baby but buy a dusty already left and put him on child support? Okay. Focus on the child. When your child gets in school and you have a few hours to yourself and you could do things, maybe go out for lunch during the day, go to the rich side of town or whatever. Do your little errands and stuff over there and try to meet somebody with some money. Okay. But until your child gets old enough to go to school where you have 8 hours in a day to do what you need to do, whether that's work or getting off work early and go doing what you got to do, and then come back and get them from school or be home for them for, after school or whatever, you got all that extra time. So use it accordingly. But until then, focus on your child because you can wait. You're very young. And it'll also give you time to reflect on what type of man you don't want. You can save your money and work on yourself so that when your child does get to like kindergarten and first grade, you are the type of woman that can attract a full-time provider. Okay. So it's time to work on yourself, get your baby, together. And once that child is in kindergarten and first grade, you're going to be able to pull quickly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. Now you have all that time and energy to just improve upon yourself. And you may meet someone before that, depending on how much you work on yourself. Okay. You said you need help staying out of feelings, have more than one. That's how. If you have more than one, when one act up, you don't care about their feelings because you got the other one. All right? Stop caring about their feelings if they don't care about yours. If you care about a man's feelings and they could give a damn about yours, who's dumb? Don't care about them if they're not caring about you financially. Okay? They haven't earned it. If they don't care about you financially, you don't care about them, period. That's how you can stay out of feelings. If they ain't paying for nothing, then you don't feel nothing. Okay? I can't feel nothing unless you paying for something. Why am I going to have feelings for somebody who can't even provide? You don't like me enough, then I don't like you at all. Okay? That's how you have to get out of your feelings, by having common sense. How do you react when men try to humble you? I would tell them, there's no need to try to humble me. My standards are not going to be lower. If you can't reach them, step aside, sir, and let someone else through. That's how you humble them right back. Let them know that your standards or your feelings are not changing anytime soon, no matter how hard they try to humble you and how much. It's not going to work on you. If they can't meet the standards, step aside, sir. Somebody else will. That's all you got to tell them. Okay. And they'll leave you alone after that because there's nothing they can say about it. All they can say is the same stuff they were saying before and have no money to back it up. So they're just literally wasting their breath. If a man's first thing to do is to humble you, they don't have no money. Just understand that. When they could be complimenting you and providing for you and giving you stuff and trying to impress you, if they're sitting there trying to humble you, they don't have nothing for you. They have to lower your self-esteem in order to even feel like they're on your level because you're higher than them. Oh, Joaquin, sprinkle, sprinkle, thank you. The best person to have a baby with is a provider. That's right. So men can't humble a woman, no matter how hard they try. They're just humbling themselves. Okay. When a man tries to humble a woman, they're just humbling themselves because they're saying is I don't have money to provide, so I'm going to distract you by trying to humble you and get you emotionally pulled in because I can't get you emotionally pulled in because I'm broke and you're only attracted to providers. So I have to trick you into feeling some sort of way and getting your energy to argue back and forth so that you can feel something for me, even if it's anger, but it's still an emotional and feeling. And now you're emotionally attached to me in some sort of way by me trying to humble you. And now you feel like you have to prove yourself as a woman and your value as a woman, even though I already know your value as a woman. I just can't meet your standards. That's all it is. So whenever a man tries to humble you, he's literally humbling himself by saying that he's broke. Read between the lines. Okay. Like, you said he was insecure anyway and said I was out of his league. Okay, well then that's the truth. It's like, you're right. Perhaps if you go get some more streams of income, you could try again. Dust yourself off and try again. Come back when you got some more money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. He said, I've never been humbled and never will. That's right, Goddess Warrior. We don't get humbled. We just be laughing. What about low self-esteem in men? They want to make you seem ugly. They want to make you. If you have low self-esteem, then you ain't got no money. Because men with high self-esteem, they know how to get the bag. They got money. Their money is their self-esteem. If they ugly, shoot. If you ain't got enough money to have high self-esteem, you ain't got enough money for me. You should be if you have low self-esteem as a grown, able-bodied man, that means you don't have no money. Because you can be the ugliest man in the world and have a full bank account and walk around like you look like a perfect 10. Okay. So that's how I already know you don't have enough money for me if you are an insecure man or if you're a man with low self-esteem. You ain't got enough money because your money should be your esteem. Oh, DB Sprinkle Sprinkle, how to handle a jealous best friend on the internet. Just stop talking to him. Tell him you're busy and be done. I don't have time for that stuff in my life. And you're gonna realize one day you don't either. Not all friends are there to stay, even the besties that's been there for a while. Sometimes they ain't there forever. Okay. You see Pork Rind say he want a woman with low self-esteem. A woman doesn't have a single mirror in her house. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Well, good luck, Pork Rind. You said that's why your circle is small. Sometimes you outgrow them. Exactly. You're obviously outgrowing your bestie. And if they can't keep up or outdo you, they don't want to be dealing with you. Okay. Mhm. Tips for girls that don't have time or money to freestyle. Make time. Use what you already have. So if you can make time for other things that aren't important, you can make time for things that are supposed to be important if you're trying to get the bag or find a provider. So you got to put your priorities in the order that they need to be in to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So for example, if your priority is to meet a provider, you got to switch some stuff around. You got to take some time off work. You got to lie about fake doctor's appointments. You got to take your lunch break and go to the rich side of town. You got to make it work. You got to lie. You got to throw some lies up in there. Okay. You got to do some little lying to make your time free up and still be able to do the things that you have to do. Okay. You gotta make yourself a priority and make finding a provider a priority. If you don't, then it's not a priority. All right. Well, I'm getting ready to go, but this was fun. I don't want to be here on all night. I don't want to be on here all night. Excuse me. So thank y'all, everybody who donated. I appreciate y'all. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Y'all hit the like and subscribe if y'all are new. Thank y'all, everybody who sent me the Cash App. Thank y'all, everybody who became members. I really appreciate you. And remember that if you became a member, there are videos available that aren't available to the public. So just look in the members playlist, I think, or you'll see videos that you didn't see before if you go to my channel page. And yeah, y'all enjoy, and I'll see y'all later.